Do you want your crypto to truly belong only to you, without exchanges, apps, or third-party control? As long as everything works, it may seem like the risks are minimal, but in reality, one thing decides it all. Who holds the keys? If access to your money depends on the rules of a company or platform, those assets are no longer truly yours. Ledger offers the opposite approach: full personal control and offline storage of the private key, only in the hands of the owner. Today, we'll break down why millions of users trust this cold wallet, which model is right for you, and in what situations Ledger can truly save your capital. The link to the official store is in the description below this video. Why do you need a cold wallet? Many people keep crypto on exchanges or in mobile apps. It's convenient and fast until a problem arises. An exchange can restrict access, request documents, freeze withdrawals, or even leave the market entirely. Hot wallets are even more vulnerable. Phishing, viruses, leaked seed phrases, hacked phones, and your assets vanish. In the end, it becomes clear. If the key is stored by the service, then the control belongs to the service. A cold wallet doesn't hold the coins themselves. It stores the access key to them, and that key remains only with the owner. Ledger is a physical device that generates the private key inside itself. The key is created directly in Ledger and never leaves it. It is not copied or exported to a phone, the cloud, or the internet. Every transaction is confirmed manually on the device. Stealing crypto without Ledger and the PIN code is impossible. So even if your computer is hacked, your phone is stolen, or the exchange disappears, your funds remain under your control. How a transaction works. In Ledger Live or a D app, you create a transfer. The device displays the amount, address, and network. You confirm manually with a button or touch screen. The signature is generated inside Ledger. Only the signature goes to the network, while the private key stays inside the device. Even if your phone is stolen, your personal computer infected, or the exchange ceases to exist, without Ledger and the PIN code, nobody can access your assets. Right now, cold wallets remain the most reliable way to store cryptocurrency. And you'll find a selection of the best models through the links in the description of this video. Ledger lineup, Ledger Nano S+, the most affordable model in the lineup, a great option for your first step into cold storage. Works via USB-C cable, no Bluetooth, pure simplicity and reliability. The screen is small, but functionality is sufficient. Support for multiple networks and basic operations. Ideal for those who store crypto long-term and don't make dozens of transactions every week. Suitable as a primary wallet for BTC, ETH, and other assets, or as a backup option. Low entry threshold, ease of use, and reliability make it a perfect choice for HODL strategies and passive portfolios. Ledger Nano X, a more advanced model that expands on the capabilities of Nano S+. Works both via cable and Bluetooth, allowing direct smartphone connection without wires. Slightly larger screen, more comfortable to use, especially if you frequently send or receive crypto. This is no longer just a storage device, but a full-fledged tool for active work. Perfect for those who regularly move funds, participate in staking, and actively use crypto in daily life. An optimal balance of price and functionality. Convenient for mobile management through the Ledger Live app. Ledger Flex. Ledger Flex is the new generation of devices which feels less like a flash drive and more like a complete crypto gadget. Equipped with a large touchscreen where you can easily view all transaction details. Supports multiple connection methods: Bluetooth, NFC, and cable. Ideal for working with DeFi apps, Web3 and D apps, as well as signing transactions in new networks. Advantages: full transaction overview on the screen reduces the risk of mistakes. Perfect for active users working with bridges, NFTs, and Layer 2 networks. Ledger Stax. Ledger Stax is the flagship of the lineup, a premium device for those who want maximum convenience and functionality. Slim body and the largest screen among all models. Supports wireless charging, NFC, and Bluetooth. Responsive and comfortable touchscreen. Truly a pleasure to use. Who it's for? Those with large crypto portfolios who value speed when interacting with Web3 and DeFi. Users who care about design and convenience as much as security. Ledger Stax can confidently be called the iPhone of cold wallets. Stylish, advanced, and unmatched within the lineup. Now's the perfect time to support this video. Hit like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new content. The other side of using Ledger. Ledger means reliability and protection, but it's important to understand the nuances. So you don't expect magic in one click, but use the device correctly. Seed phrase. 24 words equals full access to the wallet. If someone sees it, you take a photo or save it in the cloud, your crypto will be lost. Responsibility lies only with the owner, not with a service or an exchange. This is both strength and weakness. Absolute control, but also absolute responsibility. Physical confirmation. Ledger requires manual confirmation of every operation. That's security, but not grab your phone, tap, send. Sometimes you need to connect the device, enter the PIN, and confirm the transaction. For beginners, the process may feel more complicated than using a mobile wallet. Speed versus control. Ledger is not designed for instant microtransactions, but for control and capital protection. For quick operations, NFC wallets like Tangem Wallet are more convenient. Just tap the card. Ledger makes the process more structured and deliberate. Price. Nano S Plus remains the most affordable option, but models with larger screens and extended interfaces are noticeably more expensive. This is important to consider before buying. Ledger is not about being the most convenient, but about being the most reliable. Ledger is a tool for those who store capital thoughtfully and for the long term. It's not for shuffling coins back and forth, but for those who value control and security above speed. Ledger is the hardware and Ledger Live is its interface. It's through this app for personal computer and smartphone that asset management happens. How it works. Connect the device. Launch Ledger Live. On the main dashboard, you immediately see your portfolio, balance, asset distribution, growth, and drawdown dynamics. Support is extensive. Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoins, NFTs, Layer 2, and much more. What Ledger Live can do: send and receive cryptocurrency, manage multiple addresses, install apps for different coins, view transactions, fees, and network status, stake directly from the interface, connect to DeFi protocols and dApps. Convenience. Ledger Live brings everything together in one place, like your personal crypto bank. No need to jump between websites and wallets. Choose an asset, click send or receive, and confirm the action on the device. Security. Ledger Live does not store private keys. It only connects you to the device. Even if your phone is infected with malware, a transaction cannot be signed without Ledger. That's why the interface remains convenient, while true protection is always guaranteed by the hardware. First connection with Ledger. Creating a new wallet. On first launch, select the option Create Wallet. The device generates a 24-word seed phrase. Special cards are included in the box for writing it down. Use only those. Important, do not photograph it, do not save it in notes, and do not upload it to the cloud. Only manual writing. Ledger displays the words one by one. You record them. Then the device checks correctness to ensure the phrase is saved. From that moment, access to assets belongs only to the owner of the seed phrase. The next step is creating a PIN code. This is the local password that protects the device from unauthorized access. Even if Ledger is stolen or someone tries to connect it without permission, without the PIN, it's useless. Enter your PIN, confirm done. Without the PIN, funds cannot be withdrawn. Result, the seed phrase ensures full control over the wallet, while the PIN protects the device from unauthorized use. Adding coins and creating an address. In the Ledger Live app, open accounts. Add account. Select the asset you need. For example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDT on the Tron network. Ledger automatically installs the necessary apps for the chosen coins. To receive crypto, click Receive. The device displays the address on its own screen. Always verify it manually. Even if your computer is infected, Ledger always shows the true address. If it matches, everything is correct and secure, you can accept funds. Sending your first transaction. In Ledger Live, select Send. Enter the recipient's address and the amount. Ledger displays all transaction details on its screen for verification. Only after manual confirmation is the transaction sent to the network. Until the confirmation button is physically pressed, funds cannot be withdrawn. Result, Ledger makes the process fully transparent. Addresses and amounts are always verified on the device, and security is ensured by manual confirmation. Connecting Ledger to MetaMask for DeFi and Web3. In MetaMask, choose Connect Hardware Wallet and select Ledger. The address is imported into MetaMask, but the private key remains inside the device. The seed phrase is never stored in the app. What this means. Even if MetaMask is hacked, funds cannot be withdrawn. Every transaction requires confirmation on Ledger. Working with DeFi becomes significantly safer. Example, swap in DeFi, go to Uniswap or another DEX. Choose a swap, for example, Ethereum to USDT. Click swap, MetaMask sends the request, Ledger displays the transaction details on its screen. Check the data manually, confirm, receive USDT. NFT, Web3, and Layer 2. Ledger gives you access not only to classic crypto operations, but also to the modern directions of the blockchain industry. Losing the device and restoring access. It's important to remember, Ledger is only an access tool. The assets themselves are always on the blockchain. If the device is lost or broken, get a new Ledger. Select Restore Wallet. Enter the 24-word seed phrase, regain full access to your assets. Ledger can be replaced. The seed phrase, never. It is the true key to your capital, and its safety defines the security of your portfolio. If you enjoy this format and the way the material is presented, join our Telegram channel. There we share daily useful posts, breakdowns, and practical tips from the team. Everything valuable is gathered in one place, and you already know where to find the link. Working with Web3 applications. Ledger is not only about storing cryptocurrency, it's also a full-fledged tool for entering Web3. Through Ledger Live, you can manage NFTs on Ethereum, Polygon, BNB Chain, Avalanche, and other networks. Track collections, check transactions, and confirm operations with maximum security. The core principle never changes. The keys always remain inside the device. Even if an app or browser is compromised, a transaction cannot be signed without Ledger. Layer 2 and decentralized services. Ledger supports all popular Layer 2 networks: Arbitrum, Optimism, ZK Sync, Base. Any DApp that works through MetaMask or another Web3 wallet can be connected to Ledger. This means you can interact with DeFi protocols, farm tokens, swap assets, mint NFTs, all with hardware protection. How the process looks. Open the desired DApp, connect via a Web3 wallet. Ledger displays the transaction details on its screen. You confirm manually with a button or touchscreen. The transaction is sent to the network. In short, Ledger gives you all the Web3 capabilities of hot wallets, but removes the biggest risk. Nobody can sign a transaction on your behalf. It's the perfect combination of convenience and true security. Who Ledger may not be the best choice for. Ledger means reliability, long-term storage, and security, but it doesn't fit every scenario. For fast payments, if what matters to you is simply tapping your phone and paying instantly, Ledger will feel too heavy. In such cases, Tangam is more convenient. An NFC card where confirmation happens instantly and without a seed phrase. Maximum simplicity but less control. For limited budgets, if price is the key factor, then SafePal is worth considering. It's cheaper and a good option for starting out or storing smaller amounts. Its functionality is enough for basic tasks, but the level of security and ecosystem are simpler compared to Ledger. Bottom line, Ledger is the choice for those who work thoughtfully, store capital, and actively interact with DeFi. But if maximum convenience or minimum cost is your priority, Tangam and SafePal may be more suitable alternatives. To dive deeper, check the links in the description. There you'll find our reviews and resources. Which ledger is right for you? Nano S Plus. If you're just starting with cold storage and want a reliable wallet without extra cost, this is the optimal start. Simple design, high security, and the most affordable price in the lineup. Nano X, for those who actively move funds and often work from a smartphone. Bluetooth removes the need for constant cable connections and makes usage much more convenient. A great option for working tasks. Ledger Flex. If your world is DeFi, dApps, Layer 2, and NFTs, Flex is the perfect companion. Large screen, smooth interface, and comfortable transaction confirmations. Everything for active Web3 users. Ledger Stax, the flagship model for those who value not only security but also maximum comfort. Stylish design, expanded screen, and full functionality. This is the premium experience, the best of the best option for those who want everything at once. Final summary. For starting out and reliable storage, Nano S Plus. For convenient smartphone use, Nano X. For active Web3 and DeFi, Ledger Flex. For premium experience and maximum comfort, Ledger Stax. If you want your crypto access to remain only yours, without exchange freezes, seed leaks, or unexpected issues, Ledger gives you that sense of control, independence, and maximum security. All the necessary links are in the description. Go there and choose your ledger. Pick the model that fits you, get your cold wallet, and start storing assets the way those who are here for the long run do. If this video was helpful, support it with a like and share in the comments which ledger you chose and why. We'll keep producing content that makes Web3 clearer and safer for everyone. See you in the next video.